absolutely gutted. I just thought we'd get a response today. We were awful against Palace on Monday, and I really thought we'd get a response today. You know, in this day and age, you get tired of players coming out on social media saying, no, we're going to put it right, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, just do your talking on the pitch. But to be fair to Arsenal, you know, early on in the season when Thomas Partey came out and said he's a 4 out of 10, Bukayo Saka came out and said Arsenal fans deserve better than this, they actually sorted it out. They upped their game and their performances. And I thought, fine, I'm not going to be a cynic, you know, and they've come out and said we have to bounce back and we have to prove ourselves in the next game. I thought, fine, you know, they've come out on social media before and done all of that stuff and they've responded, and I thought hopefully it'll be the same again. It's not just going to be empty talk. But that performance today, let's just be honest, was unacceptable. Unacceptable, man. Watch the first 10 minutes of this game and watch the last 10 minutes of this game. I understand the momentum and the flow of games means that not all minutes are going to be the same, but the drop-off, I shouldn't say the drop-off, the opposite, the step up in intensity and passion and urgency should not be that much. The team that started the first half, never mind the first 10 minutes, they were playing like an Emirates Cup team. Honestly, I felt like it was sunny, everything was flat, they were just passive, sideways passing, not doing anything, no aggression, no bite, nothing. Felt like Emirates Cup to me. I was so disappointed. I'm watching that game thinking, where's the reaction? In our last game, we got battered by Palace, man. Big teams react. Big teams react when they get humiliated, when they get humbled. Where was our reaction? The first half was absolutely awful. The second half, not much better either. Only the last 10 minutes, when it's too late. Why do that? I have to be honest, I'm not just going to be completely critical, because all throughout the season I've been pleasantly surprised that Mikel Arteta has got this team playing since the first minute, and I've praised them for that, and I've said, you know what, they don't waste their time when they're on the pitch. So often in my lifetime watching Arsenal, I've seen us just sort of coast through the first half of games. But to Arteta's credit, especially at home this season, we've made every minute count. Not today. And I can't believe that's the case today when we all know what happened against Palace. What did he say? What did he say before the game? There was no sort of motivation in this team. And talking about Arteta, he got the lineup wrong. If Thomas Partey wasn't injured and we had him in the middle of the park, then I could understand him putting Granit Xhaka left back. But come on, Granit Xhaka cannot overlap. Martinelli was simply not good enough in this game, and that's because we had no support as well, even though he wasn't good enough just on his own right either. But come on, man, Granit Xhaka's not going to be an overlapping fullback. And on the right-hand side, Cedric is not even obviously with a full-strength team, we play Tierney, who's the overlapper, and Tomiyasu, who's inverted. But on this one, if we had like an adventurous player on the right-hand side, I'd say fine, Granit Xhaka can play on the left-hand side. If we had our first choice central midfielder in the middle, I'd say fine, Granit Xhaka can go as a fullback. There was no reason to play Granit Xhaka left back. Just was the wrong decision. And where did the first goal come from? His side. I need to watch the highlights properly and see how it developed so that they had all of that time on the right hand side. Man of the match, can't even remember his name, Wego I think it was. Man of the match, he ripped us apart, absolutely ripped us apart. How is it that he had all of that time? And then when you watch that first goal back, even after he got the ball and had all that time, where was the aggression to close him down? Gabriel's got to come across at that point. I know Xhaka has left acres of space, but Gabriel's got to do more there. And then that's the assister. Then Trossard comes in to score the goal. Look how much time he had. Zero awareness. I want to watch that goal back and actually look at who could have done what, because why is it Trossard has got all of that time at edge of the box? Scores a really good goal, and then for their second goal, man, another really good strike at the edge of the box. But the football they played in the build-up to that second goal, it was good football. We have to hand it to Brighton, man. They did a job on us today. They did really, really well. But if we go into our players, Why is Lacazette starting games? Why is Lacazette still starting games? In the first half an hour, he had 6 touches, for God's sake. Tell me on today's performance, if you watch today's performance of Lacazette, what is his strength? What is he in the team for? Put it in the comments below. Throughout the whole season, people have been saying for his link-up play. I hear that to an extent. He's not a goal scorer, obviously. He's lost that part of his game. But in recent weeks, he hasn't even been linking up play. 6 touches in the first 30 minutes. What linking up is he doing with that level of involvement in the game? Put it in the comments below for what reason that you saw today was Lacazette in the team. Change it up, Mikel Arteta. Change it up. It's not working. And I said on social media, I said it on my Twitter midweek, if we don't get top 4, it's on Edu and it's on Mikel for not strengthening during the January transfer window. Who are we hoping was going to come and make a difference for us? The wages that we've saved. Stick all those £50 notes on the pitch and hopefully a deflection goes in off of them. You know, invest in your team. In January, we had a serious chance of top 4 and we just sort of decided to just hope for the best with injuries. Injuries were inevitable. Absolutely inevitable. Tomiyasu's been out for ages. Tierney out, doesn't look good. Thomas Partey out, doesn't look good. Man, seriously, and people are telling me that we couldn't have even got a couple of loan deals in. Even if I accept that, which I don't, then don't let everyone go out. You know, I'm sorry, but this is why I kind of feel like Mikel Arteta and Edu have got it wrong here. Why is Maitland-Niles not available? You know, when you look at our left-back situation, I'd rather Cedric or Maitland-Niles was there. And Maitland-Niles isn't even getting a game for Roma. For what? What have we got rid of him for? For what? It's not about development. It's just poor planning, poor squad planning, poor squad management. Another, what looks like a miserable weekend. Tottenham have got Villa away next. The only way we can like hope for anything now is if they drop points. And look, you know, I know people are going to point to the league table and they're going to say we've still got a game in hand and we can do it. But on this form, Brighton and Palace were 2 games that we were looking at thinking we need to win that because we've got Liverpool to play, Tottenham, Chelsea, United, West Ham. We've got some tough games to play. And, you know, we've just completely derailed our season. That international break really came at the wrong time. This is not the same team that was stepping out prior to that international break. Put it in the comments below. Where do you think we're going to finish this season? Do you still believe we can do top 4? I believed in this team. I really did believe in this team for a long time this season. I had been saying throughout the season that we'll really understand what this team's about in the last sort of 13, the last 10 games, last 8 games of this season. You know, each time that pressure ramps up, the last 3 games, pressure's even higher. And when people talk about we've got the youngest squad in the league, this is how that manifests itself. That's why I've always said it's not good to have the youngest squad in the league. It's not a badge of honour. Who cares? You should have the right age profile of your squad in the league. The fact that we mention that after we win, we always mention it in this sense that in spite of having the youngest squad in the league, look how well we're doing. It's not because of the fact that we've got the youngest squad in the league. And it's in those high pressure situations that potentially that unravels, and maybe that's what we're seeing. As fans, we've just got to carry on supporting them and hopefully that we can get behind them and they can pull out some surprise results. Next home game, Man United, need to win that. But anyway, until next time.